Hey, crypto heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. We are back for another amazing episode with a buddy of mine who you're going to get to know here pretty soon. Tonight is a paranormal free for all. We're just going to get into it and just talk about all the weird things. So stay tuned. The Cryptic Paranormal Show is coming up. Hey, crypto heads, we're back with another episode of the Cryptic Paranormal Show, and I got a good friend of mine, a longtime friend, actually. He's been a huge supporter of the show, and we've always appreciated seeing him in the chat rooms and coming on and talking to us. It's not his first appearance, but I'm happy and excited to have him back, Mr. Joe Pieri. What is happening, brother?
Hello, Goose. It's good to see you. I'm always excited to do this show. It's one of my favorites. Like you said, I'm a long-time listener.
Yeah,
I enjoy the content. To me, it makes my evening go by a little easier, a little brandy, a little goose. I'm happy.
Oh, man. If anybody could see me right now, I'm blushing. All kinds of red. But thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I've always enjoyed talking to you. You've brought some interesting ideas when you've been on the show. We're going to get into it. I'm going to call this episode Strange Joe Things. Because, you know, if there's a guy who's more into the paranormal, I don't know who it is. But thank you for being on. How have things been? How are you been? Have you done much at all in the paranormal world? Or are you like me and just kind of sitting back and just talking about it a lot?
It's been a rush. I've taken on more private cases.
Oh, yeah.
I seem to be getting back into that a little more. I seem to enjoy helping, and we get to do more research that way too. We want to know a little bit more. I did reconnect with some of the original para team I had, and we've been doing quite a bit of private investigations. And but don't get me wrong, I like to do the public ghost hunts too, just because I get to see everyone again, and to me, it's a lot of fun doing those. The store has been incredible.
Awesome.
The lease is up, so we renegotiated. We are going to keep the store open.
Awesome.
The venue, we've decided to part ways with the venue. As you can see, with this lot of gray on my face here.
Yeah.
Getting a little older now, and it's time to start slowing down a little bit. My wife, made the comment of, how about you just come home after the store instead of doing the venue all this time?
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's time. So we're at that point now where we're starting to shut that part down, and we're going to do a remodel as well inside the store. Awesome. So we're going to freshen it up a little bit.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, Joe has an amazing paranormal curiosity store. Could you give us a little bit of information if people want to check it out?
Sure. You can go to paranormaloddities.com and you can take a look at what the store offers. We sell everything from paranormal gear, mediumship, metaphysical, voodoo, hoodoo, Wiccan. So we explore all the avenues here. We do have a special room you can go in and create your own magical spells, make your own candles if you would like. And again, I like to dabble in making some unusual paranormal gear. And that seems to be the big niche here, though, is the paranormal side. We do a lot of meetups and things like that. A lot of conversations with a lot of professionals lately, and I'm kind of enjoying that.
Yeah.
and it's more of a skeptical side. And we have the believers and skepticals. Again, I
Sure.
try to stay down the straight and narrow, right,
Yeah.
walking that road in between.
Yeah.
But I love what I do. Long time. I don't even want to say the number. It's scary.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but it's taken me in a path, my life path, that I truly enjoyed.
Yeah.
I worked for a corporation for 30 years, retired from there, and opened the store up, and here we are. And I like it. I like what I do, and I'll probably do it until the day I die,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
I'll
that's
keep
important.
doing
Yeah.
it.
That's important, man. That's a goal of mine, is be able to figure this out somehow so I can enjoy what I do and kind of be in charge of my own destiny, as far as I would love to be in the paranormal and some aspect, maybe the podcast or content creating or something real, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um
absolutely.
but hey, if it takes me a little bit more time, I've been doing it a while. I'm fine where I'm at, but
Yeah, yeah, and it's again, and I always tell people, I mean, there's people who are in search of like the truth, and I
sure.
love that. And then there's people who like to just do it as a hobby, and I love that.
Yeah.
Um, and I always tell people, you don't have to be one side or the other. You can just go out maybe once or twice a year, enjoy it, do your own research. You don't have to go to a haunted location. It seems to be all around us now,
Oh, sure.
which is kind of nice. I mean,
Yeah.
there's certain ways you can explore it differently, and maybe start exploring on building some true paranormal gear. I mean,
Yeah.
my my thought is we need to get away from detecting spirits
Right.
with lights and buzzards. I think we need to get to how can we visually see them now.
Yeah.
And I'm dabbling in some stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you is that an avenue that you're exploring now with the equipment?
I am. It's well, I mean, I actually came close of duplicating the Panasonic DR60 now.
Oh,
We
wow.
actually came really close.
Yeah,
Um, and it's really based on simplicity.
sure.
Most of modern day voice recorders again have filters, and we don't want filters in this field.
Yeah,
We want to strip those off if possible. But we're getting close,
yeah,
really close, to be honest. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't think I'm going to sell them.
yeah,
I'm just going to put out the blueprints and say, hey, let's go make your own, and
yeah. That'd be
just
awesome.
let me know what you capture. And we're
Yeah,
getting stuff like that. But the video end of things seems to be the biggest thing.
yeah,
Seeing past that spectrum of our poorly functional eyes as humans.
right.
It's
Yeah,
so
I mean,
frustrating.
yeah, and the more and more I've been doing this, obviously, the more and more I've been getting away from a lot of the tools and toys that I used to use when investigating, because I mean, when you're talking about the blinky light things and the stuff that makes noise and the detectors and all that kind of stuff, if they're used properly, great, but you tend to start just concentrating on them and not actually seeing and feeling and observing the actual. You could miss so much because
Oh yeah,
you're watching a K2 go off, And a K, I mean,
absolutely.
it could be anything. Doesn't mean it's a ghost, obviously, you know?
Yep.
So it's
And I also tell people in filtered glasses will help too.
oh
We
wow.
have so
Okay.
many glasses that you can put on that are filtered,
Sure.
and it will actually give you a certain spectrum, light spectrum,
Yeah.
and it makes it crisper for you, and you can see shadows a little bit easier.
Oh,
And
I never
it's
thought about that. Yeah.
and there's things like that. And again, you can apply certain filters to cameras, but most
Sure.
cameras are now digital.
Yeah.
Man, I
Right.
like the analog. Give me my V8s or the high eights and things
Yeah.
like that. But
Yeah.
it's where we are today. I've noticed that the new cell phones that'll be coming out are going to have night vision in it.
Yeah.
So you're going to start to see more and more night vision built into our cell phones and our
Wow.
personal computers, I call them.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to use that to collect data. Now, there's a certain aspect of night vision. Again, everything is processed through a processor. We're going to get that, but some of the new software coming out is reverting back to original night vision,
Oh, really?
and that's something I'm excited about. I'm trying to make my own a little bit more, Chris. And there's certain light spectrums you can add to night vision that'll actually make it better.
Oh, really? That's something I've always wanted to kind of like dive into. Um, I'm not a big technical guy. Like it's hard for me. I tried, I've picked your brain a long time ago trying to figure out how to build you know, a, a spirit box or
We got a
stuff
new
like
one
that.
now. I can send you the blueprints. You just got to get the parts, and I can walk you through it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
And these new ones are really nice, and they're based on simplicity.
I love it. That sounds perfect.
Yep, and they're a hot item. I've sold
Yeah.
over close to 60 units gone already,
Wow. That's awesome,
and
man.
they're great. And we've had a lot of people enjoying them. They're getting a lot of stuff on it. The way you can decimate radio out, and
Nice.
there's so many new ITC devices too. That's the actual scanning device.
Yeah.
You have the SB7,
Yeah.
and there's a company out that came out with an SB8.
Oh, really?
But it's not the same, not the
Okay.
same company. Then there's the Sam and Kobe's box.
Yeah.
That one has no white noise.
Okay.
And there's a couple other ones that are actually coming to market by this fall that are going to have no white noise, and it's going to have a self decimation built into the unit itself, so you can skip the whole spirit box or the whole SBE thing with it.
Yeah.
There's so much coming out that I'm very interested. One company actually sent me a test item, and I've been testing it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I get a lot of gear sent my way to test, and I write a true review, and I always give it back to the owner and say, hey, maybe you should do this instead of this because we're getting interference, and they usually correct it. And again, this is a young man's sport now. I always tell the young people, it's your turn.
Yeah.
We got beaten up about it. We were known as the freaks, the psychos.
Right.
And now it's accepted. We put the road down, and it's your turn. I always tell them, go for it. Make a name for yourself out there.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you can be the one that cracks the code and make my job a little bit easier. I can sit back in that rocking chair soon and watch it all happen.
Yeah. And just, experiment with what they're coming out with and just enjoy it, not let the brain relax a little bit.
Yes. Yes. And again, I'm seeing more and more of young kids, like the ages of 10 to 15, getting involved because their parents are involved.
Right.
And again, that's the younger generation, and they'll take them out on adventures, and these kids are like full into it. And I said, well, study a little bit of engineering, know your electrical engineering, and you can understand why these devices work the way they do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And going back, I wish I would have paid more attention to that and just not spend all the money that I spent on buying all the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of figuring out for myself. But again, I've never been the engineering mind. I've just been, but that's fine too. I mean, I kind of found myself going more down a spiritual road. On the spiritual aspect and observation and, feeling things out. And, I think for me personally, I've probably gotten a little bit more satisfaction out of that, but it doesn't really matter when you don't have the tools to document this stuff when you actually want people to understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you're doing and why you do it.
And that's why we call that the personal experience.
Right.
I've had a personal experience in the field, and that's more rewarding, I think.
Sure.
Than actually going out and trying to, because again, we have AI and everyone can fake whatever they want out there.
Oh yeah.
And it's sad, but it's just the world we're in. So again, when I teach my class, I say, my catchphrase is keep it real.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
please.
We're not out to impress. I mean, you might actually crack the code, and if you were faking it before, no one's going to believe you.
Yeah. Don't cry wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's a game. It's a game out there. Yeah, I mean, you got to try to figure out who the spirit is, especially if you rent a place and you're there for 5 hours. It's kind of hard.
Yeah,
to get the whole, because you want to get the history of it. You want to walk
sure.
around, get the feel for it, then do an investigation, then hopefully do a small review, get back out there again. And again, you're 5 hours is cutting it close.
Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Especially some of the places that we've been to. Like I feel like I've been to I've been able to investigate Mansfield a handful of times, and you're only in there for 5 to 6 hours. That's no time at all. And,
Yeah.
you spend most of your time walking to get to the hot spots instead of
Yes.
just being able to, like, actually spend time and observe and document in each room for whatever
Sure.
amount of time it takes. And it's
It's
I'm and getting old too kinda sucks because, you know, you can't start until late. You're already tired. It's already past your bedtime when you're just getting started. And, midnight, 1 o'clock comes around, and I'm usually like, I'm done. I can't. So
oh,
it's more of a daytime game now, I think.
yeah, and that's the thing. You don't have to. I mean, again, these TV shows put in our head that we had to do it at night, and the only reason why we perform this investigation at night is to reduce the contamination of the outside world.
Sure. Yep.
And traffic reduces, the cell phone traffic lowers, so you have less 5G bouncing around,
Yeah.
and that makes a big difference, especially if you're like in the city. I mean, if you're in a rural area, you don't have to worry about it too much.
Right.
But that's the main reason why we would always, start up at 8 o'clock. It's dark.
Yeah.
Sure, you try to camouflage yourself, but over the years, we come to know these spirits are not dumb.
Right. And coming from, the private investigation aspect when you're like trying to get answers for the people who live in these homes, doesn't it make more sense to investigate when they're actually having and witnessing the activity? Like
It
I
is.
one big thing I always told people back when I did private investigations was document, during this interview process and like information gathering process, document, just write down a time and like a quick shorthand note of what happened. So you start seeing patterns and like times of day, you know, it could be 1 o'clock in the afternoon and it could be like every other day, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I hear somebody coughing or, just, getting the patterns. It doesn't happen at night all the time. And like you said, it's we do it from the aspect of, trying to decontaminate our evidence or our documentation. But a lot of times too, it's just because you don't have access to the building until it's night. You know what I mean?
You're
Because
right.
a lot of these bigger places, they have historical tours during the day, other events going on, stuff like that. But um I like that you're getting back into private investigation. That's really cool. I miss that aspect of it because I kind of got into the big locations, spending the big bucks to get into these crazy,
Yeah.
crazy places. And I've kind of missed that going and like actually using what skill sets that we have been able to retain, and turning that around to help people.
Yeah,
I think
I
that
agree.
yeah, that's really cool. I mean, I know you can't get into any details obviously for privacy reasons and stuff like that, but have you had any like you don't have to give us like people
Well,
details, but have you
we try to do. There's different levels when we perform an investigation. It usually consists of two or three visits to the home. And the first one, obviously, is you talk to them in their
right,
environment and you see
sure,
how they react to things, and you're more trying to witness of because you would know if someone's pulling your chain
sure,
when you're face to face. Again, from my college days, we were learned to watch the eyes. When the
sure,
eyes go to
yeah,
the right or left, and they mean something. And we have people on our team that'll actually will record the person and we'll see the reactions. And
sure,
again, we go back and we ask them the same question three different times, three different ways. And if we get multiple different answers all the time, we kind of like, okay, well, maybe this. If it gets past that point, we have one where we come in and we do an eco test and
yeah,
we check the air quality. We have meters, CO, radon gas. We even use a Geiger because up here in our area, we have the Love Canal and
yeah,
the areas where there was a lot of toxic stuff dumped.
I
And we're
gotcha.
always checking for stuff like that too. We check for level of the house. If someone says a door, we actually, put a laser level on the bottom of the door and we see if it's off.
Sure.
We check the hinges. We check things like that. We're pretty thorough, and we get past that point where, okay, it seems that the environment's good. There's no CO2 leaking, and we give a
Yeah.
pretty good sweep of the house, and then we go into the investigation stage where we go in and we'll ask a series of questions. And again, with our team, the equipment that I have is made for speed,
Yeah.
meaning setup and takedown is not going to take longer than 5 minutes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's because the people have to live their life. They have to
Mhm.
get back into their home. You can't get there and stay at 3 o'clock in the morning. Those days
No.
are over.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You can't bring food to their, we come in, we tell them this is what we're going to do.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if they have an, external garage, they go there. We do it in the house. And again, it's a different world we live in too. Again, you got to
Sure.
protect yourself legally. So I carry around a camera and I tell them, tell me what you see on your dresser and around
Yeah.
the room.
Yeah.
And I carry the blue masking tape and I'll tape off a closet saying no go. And I'll write it. I'll put my initials. They put theirs. The tape is not broken.
Yeah.
The dressers, I do things like that. So we cover ourselves legally.
Sure.
Because there's nightmare situations. Because I follow this, we're the legal end of paranormal research,
Uh-huh.
and there's some cases out there, especially locally here, that are just a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I feel bad. Some of these people are gonna owe a lot of money to their clients,
Yeah.
and that's a shame.
Yeah.
It's again, that's part of the interview process. I try to feel who these people are,
Yeah.
and then I do an extensive research on them.
Right.
I mean, I have certain people on my team that can do that.
Oh,
We
okay.
have
Yeah.
a highly educated team of people that do the research, and I kind of like it because we'll come back with some stuff that we had no idea, and we're like, okay, this is a red flag,
Sure.
and we'll talk to them and say, well, I don't think we're the answer, and most of the time they're pretty good with it, and maybe they'll find somebody else. But when I do things, I do it real.
Yeah.
There's forms. Our video
Right.
review process.
Yeah.
I have 3 kits I made up that people will take home video, and it's all uploaded onto an iPad, all the
Okay.
audio. So everyone has everything to review that case,
Yeah.
the notes, what we saw, the photos, everything. So if someone says, hey, I think I got an EVP here. This is the, camera 14, go down X amount of time, and then everyone can get their kits out and look at it because it's all there for them.
Oh
And
wow.
we can
Okay.
do it quickly that way. And it's really a good system. It's all
Sounds like
Apple
it.
based. It links up to each other, and it's all
Yeah.
private email communications within the iPads,
Okay.
and it works pretty good. I've yet to have any problems with it. Again, we use body cams as our camera systems, so static
Okay.
cams.
Yeah.
We have about 10 body cams, and we each wear a body cam.
Yeah.
We have Zoom recorders
Okay.
with the body cam built into the pod that you hold in your hand.
Oh
It
wow.
shoots infrared, it shoots night vision, standard vision, and then it records with no filters through the Zoom 5 we use.
Okay.
And it actually picks up really well some of
Really?
the EVPs. And that's our process now. And we can move through a location within 2 hours,
That's
complete,
amazing.
and get out. And
Yeah.
that's what I always tell them: in and out. I always tell them, show no emotion.
Yeah.
Don't come out going, oh my God, I just saw Elvis dancing around the living room. You can't do. I always tell them, hey, we won't know until we review the data.
Sure. Sure.
Because they got to go back and sleep in the house, and that's the
Right.
last thing you want to do.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's been working. I mean, we've had some positive cases where we go in, we get a voice,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh boy, I was hoping there wasn't going to be because of the situation of this home.
Yeah.
And I just stopped and I told the spirit, I said, what are you doing there?
Yeah.
It's a child and a mom. What are you doing? And why are you doing this to them? It's their turn.
Sure.
And the spirit actually replied, I am sorry.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was floored. I
Yeah.
was floored. I've never gotten that.
Yeah, really. That's wow.
And they haven't had a problem since.
That's great.
And those are the cases where you're like, okay, we did something great. We helped
Yeah.
these people out. We were able to walk away and say, I think it's solved.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I check in every 6 months. I shoot them an
Sure.
email saying, thumbs up, thumbs down.
Yeah.
Send me this. Let me know. I don't like them to talk about it in the house. Just don't mention. Give me a thumbs up or thumbs down
Yeah.
with an emoji, and we'll contact you if it's a thumbs down. If a thumbs up, I say have a great 6 months. We'll see you later.
That is one thing I remember when we used to do privates was, the case was never closed. You got to keep it working and keep in contact with the real ones,
Yes.
the people that you actually were able to kind of help out, and people that weren't trying to just kind of screw you over, or like, uh play games with you, or I we had a situation where one of our teammates, one of her friends was had a rental property, and was just this a big house, and she said she was having a hard time renting it because people would come in and have to like leave because there's all this paranormal stuff going on. And like, we're okay, okay, it was a teammate, we'll go check it out, we'll just kind of check it out. We didn't mind our P's and Q's, we didn't do the full interview process, or we always go get like base readings, and like you guys did, we go around the house and just try to really kind of get an idea of the environment, make sure the electrical was decent, we're not getting weird electrical readings off of appliances, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't do that. We just threw it out because it was our teammate, and we were just going to go do it. Well, we should have mind our P's and Q's and did our research and all that, because we got there and her friend showed up with her friends who had all been drinking.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it's like you're just performing a live version of Ghost Adventures for
Yeah.
them, for free. So we just kind of went about our business for like an hour and a half. And we're like, you know what, we're pretty sure there's nothing going on here. So, if you keep document it, give us a couple months, and if you have some real worries, we'll come back and check it out. But we're going to be a little bit more careful next time.
Yes. Yeah, and that's part of the game. I think every paranormal team has experienced that, where
Yeah.
things where you show up to a place and you have an audience on the front lawn with their chairs out and a little bonfire happening. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Yeah, exactly. And is this going to be on TV? I'm like,
Right.
oh no.
I mean, if that was a thing, if that is the case, then maybe I will charge for us to come out. And
Yeah, if you want a show, this is our rate.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is a paranormal party. We'll do it. We'll definitely ask for at least some gas money. What I mean? But other than that, it's free. If it's really needed, we'll do everything that we can.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, these people are just looking for something. Sometimes there are people who are alone and they just love to have company.
Yeah, sure.
And if that's the case, I usually invite them to the store and we have a meetup. And I say, why don't you come and join us for a meetup, and we can talk about paranormal all night. And that solves their problems and it helps everyone else.
Sure.
We had a situation once where we were going to a house, and I always believe in my gut. I get a gut feeling where something's not right. And we were swinging by a Tim Hortons team, and
Timmy's.
I love Tim Hortons. It's my heaven.
You're slowly starting to build up more in Ohio. I'm getting excited about it.
Oh, there's something about it. It's a little commercial for Tim's, but it's well worth it. But we were going there, and I said, why don't you guys hang here? I'm just going to go to the house, and I'm going to just check it because I'm not feeling good about it.
Yeah.
And I asked the lady, I said, are you alone in the house? And she said, no, I'm alone. And there was a door down the hall with the light on in the room. The door was closed, and I can see people walking underneath the door. And I'm like, okay. And I just had a bad feeling. So I went back to Tim's and I said, I don't think we're going to do this. I just don't feel right. So I called the person, explained why. I said, you said you didn't have anyone. I thought I saw people walking in a room.
Yeah.
And the person admitted to me that they were going to rob us.
Holy shit.
And
Wow.
I was in shock. And I
Yeah.
said, did I hear you right?
Yeah.
She goes, oh, we almost had you. And I'm thinking,
oh my gosh. Wow.
and that case sits in my heart. Every time we
Yeah.
roll out, I think of that case.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the bigger reasons we kind of like backed off of it for a long time was there was an issue with a certain lady out here in Ohio who was, baiting teams to come in. And, they'd come in, do their investigations, not really do like we try to do the research and the background stuff. And, uh, before you know it, as soon as you left, she was calling the cops saying you stole all this stuff and you were sexually assaulting her daughter, just
God.
all kinds of stuff. And I remember, like, I wrote that down. Like, when I saw that happening, it happened to a team that I know personally. They're nothing but professional. There's no way, no way. And but then once he looked into it, he saw that other people, there was like two other Northeast Ohio teams that had the same issue with this lady. And like it was probably about a year later, I get an email from this lady looking for help.
Mm.
And I'm like, I didn't know her name. I didn't know what her actual name was. I just knew of the story. And I was like racking my brain. I'm like, you know what? This sounds so familiar. This story sounds so familiar. Her daughter's having issues. She's waking up with scratches, all this kind of like, my house is demonically possessed type stuff. And thank God I like did my research and like looking back through other emails that I had saved. And I reached out to my buddy who had that happen to. He's like, oh, dude, she's at it again. She's at it again.
That's terrifying because if you think about it, if you have to go to court,
yeah,
they're never going to stay on our side, no matter what.
Oh no, because we're the strangers in their house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and you would have to prove character,
sure.
Yeah, your own personal character, and that's hard to do.
Yeah,
in a court of law, and that's why I always tell people: be cautious, be very cautious of what you're doing.
Yeah,
and always have people with you. Never go alone to these investigations because then it's word against word. And if she says that something happened to her, you will never win. You're done. You're done.
Yep.
And it'll cost you thousands of dollars in legal fees.
Right.
And again, it's rare that this happens, but it does happen. And people are shifty. I like to do businesses too. The business ones are fun.
Yeah.
A lot of restaurants we were doing for a while. We did a hotel or a motel, a couple of rooms. They said they had trouble, and we were actually recording something walking right in the room.
Wow. That's awesome.
And it was
exciting.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, did that just happen?
Yeah.
And I just told them, well, maybe don't rent those rooms unless you have to.
Right. I've actually had the luck of our team finding, a couple local historical societies that own buildings that, are very open to the paranormal, and they have people in, the society itself that are very open to it and have their own stories. It's just so much fun to work with them and, get access to these buildings that nobody else ever has. So, you're like the first ones in, it's kind of a clean slate as far as what we do. And just the reactions when these people are like, you validate what their experiences are and you can connect it to like people that actually used to live there.
Absolutely. And those are the best. I agree with you. Certain places we have locally here that have reached out to say, can you just come in? And I always do.
Yeah.
And it's always a pleasure to work with them too. And it's great. I mean, if I can tell any people who are looking to a team is build a team you trust.
Sure.
Have those people you trust. And if you can't find a team, or if you can't build a team, try to find a team that's trustworthy. And
sure.
Maybe you can get in. But again, usually when you join a team, you're not fully vested in them. You have to prove yourself. And I always say, take on the history, maybe
Yeah,
prepare some history for them, help them
sure.
that way. And little things like that go a long way. And eventually you'll get in, or you'll
Yeah,
have enough people interested in, maybe your friends will say, hey, maybe we should do it ourselves.
yeah,
And I always encourage people, get a team going.
yeah,
Especially when I bring people in, I'm like, I will always back you. You want to go get a team? Let's do it.
yeah,
And I've had a couple teams spawn off, and they're great, great people.
yeah,
And
yeah. Yeah, our team actually kind of lucked out that way because the original team we were with, the leader was a great guy. He knew his stuff. He knew his stuff, but when push come to shove, he would spend hours trying to debunk one experience the entire night. And it was kind of one of those groups where we were taking 2 or 3 hours to set up all the equipment, the DVR system, and all that kind of stuff, which was, you know, again, even when I was younger, it was still hard for me to stay awake that long. It's like I just ran around this whole building putting all this stuff up. Now I'm tired, but
yes,
it's just like, and then like one little thing happens, we see a shadow, and then next thing you know, the whole team's like focusing on this one little thing to try to figure out. Like you have to do your work, and you have to do the debunking, and you have to
that's
work
right.
with the skeptical side and the believer side. But you know, we're only here for 6 hours, man. We got to keep moving.
Yeah, yeah.
and
And back in the day, the tech was something huge.
yeah,
It took time, so I
yeah,
get that. And
yeah. It wasn't very portable, and
no,
he was very scientific minded, which is cool. You need to have that on your team.
mm-hmm.
But it was his team, and what he said went. And there was no experimenting with like the newer equipment, which I know you would have been like, no way. I want to try this stuff out and kind of figure it out and see if it's an actual tool or if it's just a toy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? We didn't have that. So we're like, you know what? We started kind of falling apart a little bit. And, we through the process though, we made friends with other teams because, let's face it, these bigger buildings super expensive. So it's a lot cheaper if you get other teams that kind of like partner up with you and
absolutely.
half things up. And we met Dark Alley Paranormal out of Columbus, and Aaron Salser, just great people, instant friendships. We loved working with them. Jeff Fent was part of the team back then. um and when he saw us kind of like falling apart and kind of backing off of the team that we were in, he's like, we're in Columbus, you guys have a whole corner of Ohio that seems to be crazy active, so many places. He's like, if you guys want, take our name, throw Northeast Ohio on the end of it, and run it. He's like, I trust you guys. I've worked with you guys. I know how you guys operate. If you guys want it, it's there. If not, and you just want to kind of like join us whenever you want to, that's cool too.
Yeah,
So he's like, he opened up the opportunity for us to start our own Northeast Ohio chapter, and we hopped on that quick. And
that's awesome.
it's taken on different forms throughout the years. And there's been years where we've been super active doing a lot of cool stuff, and just like this year just kind of backing off, and a lot of family stuff going on, but just we're a family. We don't feel like it's like it's not a chore to be with each other. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We've been together for so long. We know how each other operates. We can work off each other. And we have fun. I mean, that's the most important thing, right?
Oh yeah. You,
Have
you
fun.
walk away. You go home and you think about it the next 3 days out. How
Yeah.
much fun you had, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean,
Yep.
if it's a job, don't do it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be fun.
The only thing is, like, I find, like, especially when we don't investigate for a few months, when we get back together, we spend a lot of the investigation time just kind of sitting and just relaxing and having a
Yes.
little bit of a reunion. But you know what? We paid for the location, so who cares what we do, right?
You know,
We still get the investigation, and we run recorders, and how that is when you're
oh
not
yes,
paying attention, you can get some interesting things.
absolutely. And because again, they just want to be part of it,
Hmm.
like part of something. I agree though. If you're stagnant or static for a few months, and I always say every month that you're stagnant, when you go out, you add an hour to the pregame show.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
And so if
yeah,
we're out for 3 months and we go out, we go to dinner first.
yeah. That's a good
And
idea.
where we sit there and we talk about, hey, what's been going on,
Yeah,
get it all out. And then the last 15 minutes of the meal, we start to prep for it. Say, okay, so when we get there, we're ready
yeah,
to go. Because
yeah.
I know
Have the game
exactly
plan.
how that is. It's
Yeah,
so, and that's what makes it so much fun.
yeah, yeah. Because those, we usually do try to do is like when we do audio, we like try to run the audio and then we try to review it like on the as soon as we're done, we hit that off button because it's fresh in your mind. You can kind of remember who was talking and all the stuff is still right in there.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously we're still doing our due diligence. We're tagging the audio, we're writing things down, but it's right there. And we've always had a hard time like getting all of our documentation and then 1 or 2 weeks later when we can get back together and then we're just all reviewing and then it's like, I don't remember this. And you could document the hell out of it, but there's still little nuances that you don't remember. And
Sure.
it's like, but again, when we haven't been together for a couple months, those reviewing sessions get a lot longer than the actual investigation part
Yeah, it
of
does.
it.
It does. It does. Life happens. And
Yeah,
again, the review, you're talking 5 hours of audio and
sure.
you got 5 hours of video times 10 cameras. You're like,
Yeah.
oof, that's a lot. And I use a system to review the audio in a way
Yeah.
that helps. And
Oh, okay.
you can get through it a little bit quicker, but yeah, it's fun. I love it. I
Yeah.
always tell people to keep going, especially the young ones. If you find it interesting, you know what?
Yeah.
You don't have to spend a lot on gear.
Yeah.
Start with your basics. And I used to sell a basic kit here. I was all in one.
Yeah.
And now you could basically get a body cam for under $100. I always tell them
Sure.
get a good voice recorder for $50.
Yeah.
And you're halfway there.
Yeah.
And a good journal. I always say you need to journal. If you don't journal it, you don't keep your notes while you
Yeah.
do it. And
Right.
then to review it, you can do it on your phone most of the time now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, you can have the recorder going for your voice notes,
Oh,
just
yeah.
real time. I
And
mean,
I love that stuff.
yeah.
That's where technology, I think, is helped.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Some technology is hurting the field.
Sure.
Again, we're all around us. We're filling up with airwaves. We got 5G, 4G, 3G.
Yeah.
Then we have the cameras, the wireless cams are everywhere.
Right.
And that's, again, you're filling a lot.
Yeah.
That's why I like rural areas. My favorite spot is Hinsdale, Wildwood. I love those.
Yes.
It's just, there's something about that Hinsdale house. When it goes,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I've only
Unbelievable.
been there one time. I have got to get there. I have got to go back. And it was hard because our whole group was there, and which was very, that happens very seldom when we plan a ghost hunt where we have to travel a distance and everybody shows up. So there's like 10 of us. Some of our like what we call associate members who just like to come when they can, which is fine.
Yeah.
If they're paying for part of the evening, awesome. That's fine. But we had like 10 of us there, and Hinsdale, it can get a little overwhelming if you have that many people with you.
Yes.
Because it's not a big place, but
No.
even with that, we were getting some amazing things, and just even just the weird 30-second whoa, your stomach just drops for whatever reason, and you're getting that like physical reaction to the environment, and you can't explain it.
I know. Yeah, that house is just some of my best personal experiences happen there.
Yeah.
And again, it's very interactive. It's not afraid to communicate with you.
Right.
Some people say it's bad. I think there's one that's they named him years ago, Wilhelm, and he responds to it. And whenever I'm there, I'm like, I need a name. Who's talking? And I'll say, you know me, Joe. And I'm like, I've been going there for a long time. And it's to me, it's a true hunt because there's no contamination.
Sure. Oh
It
yeah.
is so silent
Oh, that place is
outside.
like Silent Hill, man.
It
We're
is.
going up there. I mean, it was getting close to dusk, and we're driving up there, and it's the I'm like, I didn't realize it was that far up a hill. Like, I mean, just like, it's out in the middle of nowhere because you're kind of driving, you're kind of go past these like kind of shady looking little home shacky
Oh
looking
yeah.
places and mobile homes and stuff. I'm like, where are we going? Because we're winding up this area, and it's starting to the fog's starting to roll in, and then when you finally get up there, you still got this like kind of a long
Oh yeah.
gravel road, and you can't see the house until you're almost right there.
Yep. And it's the best because when you climb the hill,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you drop into a little valley,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's why the cell signal doesn't get up there.
Yeah.
Uh, and then that road is unbelievable. They actually fixed it. It used to be so potholed,
Yeah.
and it was crazy.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, going, and I always tell people, make sure you're filming when you're driving up to the house.
Oh my
And the
gosh. Yes.
reason why we got to see something, again, I have a police detective on my team,
Oh,
and
awesome.
he's very thorough, and we both witnessed it. But my dash cam I didn't have it on,
Yeah.
and I'm very upset with myself on this one.
Always. That's always
But there
what
was maybe a 6 to 5 foot sphere
Uh-huh.
came down the driveway and shot straight up. I'm not saying the UFO, but
Yeah.
thinking UFO.
Right.
I don't know what it was. And I stopped the car because I was in disbelief. And my friend, who's very skeptical, very professional, what he does, and he looked at me and goes, "What was that?" And I go, "I have no idea. I
That's
never see."
awesome.
He goes, "I think this is something different than ghost right now."
Yeah.
And I agreed. I've never seen anything like that. And I mean, you're talking 40 years since 86.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Wow.
And I haven't seen it since.
Yeah.
I've been going back, and now I film every time I go down McMahon Road.
Yeah.
But that was a mind blowing experience.
Right.
We actually sat there on the road for about 2 to 3 minutes because we are like, do we want to go up to the house now?
Right. If that's your intro, man, I mean,
disappear?
how are you going to top that, first of all? And then, like,
Yeah,
what else
that's it.
what else is waiting around the bend?
And I kept saying, are we going to be taken? I kept thinking, I got to go to work in the morning. This is years ago. I can't do
Right.
this.
Yeah.
But we
Hinsdale's one
finally
of those
did.
places, man.
Yeah,
Hinsdale.
that place is just, I don't
Yeah.
know why. And it pulls you in.
Yeah.
It makes you comfortable, and then it flips the record, and then
Yes.
it becomes
Yeah.
a whole new thing. And don't get me wrong, some nights it's just a farmhouse. It's
Yeah.
quiet.
Absolutely.
But there's some nights you're just like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
And we caught shadows there, and we given them to Dan's on the camera.
Yeah.
We've caught so much there. We have another place called Iron Island Museum here in Buffalo.
I've heard of that place.
I'm telling you, you want to go and witness something, that's the place to go.
Really?
Every time I go there, I run my video cameras and I catch shadows everywhere.
Wow.
I'm catching shadows running down the halls. I'm catching EVPs saying, "Get them."
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I didn't hear that at the time. But it's so, I don't know if you, to me, I'm going to break that right with Hinsdale. The two top dogs, the ones I really enjoyed. I love the Madison Seminary with Adam.
Yes.
I haven't been there in a while. I did have
Yeah.
some health issues. That's why I can't go to these events.
Sure.
I have to stay local for a little bit. I'm getting
Yeah.
some testing done.
Okay.
But I'm dying to get back there.
Yeah.
I had such an amazing time at the Madison.
If you do, let me know, man. I will meet you there.
That would be great. We would have a ball doing this.
Oh my
one.
gosh, yeah.
And I love Adam. I love what
Yeah.
he represents. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, he's a diamond in the rough. Same with Daniel Class. He's the
Yeah.
same thing. There's those guys. And again, Brooke at Wildwood Sanitarium, same thing. Diamond in the
absolutely.
rough.
Yeah.
Just incredible people. And
Yeah.
I love that. I truly, truly love that.
Yeah. And
And
I love the areas that they're in. I mean, Hinsdale, and I actually enjoy it. I love that area.
I do
And
too.
especially Salamanca, where Wildwood is, man. That is beautiful country out there. I
It
mean,
is.
I
And it's
felt like I was
funny.
on vacation driving there. Like you'd see the hill, the rolling hills, and the pine trees and the trees. And I think it was like, was it at Jonestown or James, whatever that
Yeah,
the big,
Jamestown's right
yeah,
there. And
yeah, the huge lake and the like. Just
it's
I felt
gorgeous.
so at ease. But like you were talking about Hinsdale, that dude, Wildwood was the same way for me. It draws you in. We were so comfortable. We're just hanging out, kind of sitting around in the different rooms and areas, and then boom, I'm out having my, my cigarette because I only smoke when I'm investigating. We're all out having the cigarette break, and um, the main door where you come in, it was fine, but there's another screen door, kind of like that, is you go in, and that's where you go the upstairs from the
Mhm.
front porch. That door flew open, like somebody just kicked the shit out of it, and just went woof, made the biggest noise, and I'm like, what the hell? So I go over there, and I'm like, I was there for an hour just trying to figure out like what could cause this, because in the area itself was just storage, because
Yes.
it was just like kind of an unused lobby where they kind of put like furniture and stuff, and it's just there. And I'm like, I don't understand how that just like from the inside got pushed out, because it opens to the outside, and I'm like, I don't get it. She's like,
Yeah.
and I talked to Brooke. She's like, that happens all the time to people. They'll just be on the porch and just that thing will just fly open. It's not a breeze, because there was no breeze. It was pretty warm and humid that night. There was like no moving air whatsoever.
That's
Jeez, and it
that's why I
happened a
love it.
second time that night while we were inside hanging out. We just hear this bang. I'm like, what? What? And then, my brilliant idea was there's a specific room where people feel like an oppressive spirit that's kind of choking, that's supposed to like kind of feel like they're choking you. People have had that experience there. Of course, that's the room I decided to sleep in, right?
I love it.
I couldn't fall asleep. I was just feeling like a headache all night. I'm like, and then Denise was with us, D Nice was with us, and she was in the room kind of like down the hallway a little bit, and it's like the same kind of at the same floor over there's that like medical room, which
Yes.
I did not feel good. That room freaked me the hell out, just the way it felt. Um, and we heard this horrible, huge, just like boom, come from that end of the hallway. We're like, what? None of us moved. We didn't say anything. We didn't talk about it until the next morning when we were getting like ready to leave. I'm like, did you hear that bang last night? She's like, yes. I was scared to death. I didn't move. She's like, I just let myself kind of absorb it and I finally fell asleep.
I love her.
I'm like,
She's so real. I love
yeah,
that. I just
yeah,
want to absorb it and say,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'm
just kind of
beyond
like,
the scared now.
yeah, calm myself down. But also like, I mean, I feel like Madison has been my home away from home. I've been going there since, years before Adam took it over. And I could say Adam is the best thing that's ever happened to that building.
Oh, by
Um,
far.
it's just the way it's turned around. It's a living museum now, and they just keep adding and just keep renovating and trying to keep it period. I mean, it's amazing. And just the fact that the way he runs his operation. I mean, you don't have to take out a second loan on your house to be able to afford an investigation there.
Yep.
And he has amazing equipment that you can rent for a very minimal fee. And it's just, and people will go and pay the extra money for extra hours at his at the flashlight tours there,
Oh, wow.
because the flashlight tours you actually get to do investigation. That's part of the thing. You can do the historical tour, and then you just kind of like, you guys want to run some equipment and try it out. They have repeat
So cool.
visitors every week, and they'll pay the extra money to spend the extra time there every week. I mean, I see the same people every time I go there. Just people
Yeah.
that'll come back, and it's an amazing place. But I want to say Hinsdale, man. I talk about on the show how like it's all connected. Like the paranormal isn't just the ghost hunting stuff.
Hmm.
It's the cryptozoology, our big buddy, the Sasquatch is, in there in that paranormal field. And, you know, UFOs, same thing, UFOlogy, alien life forms. All that stuff is like all around Hinsdale, man. You could experience a little bit of all of it.
Yes,
I
and
mean,
I agree.
there's been Bigfoot sightings there. You witness what may have been a kind of a UAP type deal or some kind of alien energy. Who knows? You have the spiritual side, of course. Um, Buddy Jeff Fent took a picture of this little creature out in the woods that some people think it might be a pukwudgie, if anybody knows what that is. It's a
Yeah.
little prankster, kind of a pain in the ass, little spiritual creature that is a forest protector and definitely linked to a lot of different Native American lore and stories. But you can witness any of that there.
Oh, absolutely. And I think I actually caught one in the house. Those little creatures. I actually have a photo of a full spectrum and the crawl space above the kitchen. You come down the stairs and it has the door. And I had the live feed running through we were running full spectrum for a live feed. And you see this thing peek out behind the chimney. And it kept doing it. And it had a hand.
Yeah. Oh,
but
wow.
That crawl space is no more than 4.5 feet tall.
Yeah.
And it was half. So I'm estimating maybe 2.5 feet tall, 3 feet max.
Wow.
And you hear me on the live saying, because I was by myself that night. And I said to myself, what is that?
Yeah.
And I slowly closed the door to the attic. I went downstairs, I opened my cases, and I started filling them. On the live talking, I said, I'm going to end this here because I don't know what's that up there and I don't want to find out.
Right. Sometimes you just don't want to poke the bear on that one. Or
that's it. Because I said to myself, it's not scared of me. It kept peeking around the corner. It was like taunting.
Yeah.
And I said, that thing is only 10 to 15 feet away from me.
Yeah.
So I closed the door calmly and I latched it, shaky. And I started packing and talking to folks. This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I had the live going. I was bringing some cases out to the vehicle. And the last case I had in there, and I made peace with it. I said, this is your home.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I don't need you to follow me or come into my dreams sometime. And I got in the car and I ended the live. But then I rebooted as the drive down the hill. And people were saying, what was that? I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't like the way it looked.
Yeah. So lesson learned, the lesson here tonight on this episode is don't poke the pukwudgie.
Yeah, exactly. That thing looked like it would scurry across that crawl space. And then I don't know what would happen.
That's what's waiting for you in the fog when you're driving out of there.
Oh, then there's some nights when you leave there, you're like, because there's a church at the bottom of the hill. I always pull in that. Yeah. I'll say my prayers and I always encourage, if you please do not follow me. I live a boring life. You're going to be disappointed.
I got 2 teenage girls. You don't want any of that.
Exactly. But it's fun. Again, that's why we do it. It's fun. It's exciting. We try to produce some type of evidence when we do in a conclusion. Yeah. And I love doing that. And to me, it just sounds crazy. I mean, I enjoy that so much. To me, that's one of the best nights out, obviously, for me.
Yeah.
Besides going with my family anywhere.
Yeah.
Things like that. But I enjoy it. I mean, if I had a choice between a concert and going ghost hunt, I'd choose ghost hunting every time.
Yeah.
I don't know why. And I love music, but there's something about just exploring.
Yeah. Well, and you got a little more solitude when you're ghost hunting, because I cannot stand crowds anymore, man. I used to love going to concerts, but I can't do it, man. I can't be shoulder to shoulder with people who are all screaming and up. I just can't do it anymore. I don't even I don't like bars anymore. I'm getting old, man. I don't know what like wherever there's less people, where there's something fun going on that I enjoy, let's do it. But Going and
It's
sitting around a campfire with two friends.
yeah,
Awesome.
it
Going to a
is, isn't
concert
it?
is a
It's
nightmare.
the best.
I don't even like going to like football games anymore. I just like too peoply, too many, too many.
Yeah. And it's
But
yeah, and everyone's coughing and sneezing. You're like,
yeah,
I'm walking out of here
yeah,
with
that's another
something
thing.
today.
COVID kind of screwed that all over for us, like being around people. Like you gotta 6 feet, man.
Yeah.
Go that way. You're at a stadium, man. They're literally almost sitting in your lap. You can't do it anymore.
Yeah,
But
it was fun.
but
And
yeah, I love
last
it.
night I was at a meeting downtown and they wanted to go to a local bar down there. It was a sports bar. And I'm
Uh-huh.
sitting there going, this isn't me. I'm
Yeah,
done with
right.
this.
Yeah.
And
Let me get my wings to go and then
yeah.
you guys have fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And
Yeah.
again, I'm looking forward to investigating with you and getting out there.
Yeah, absolutely,
Um,
man. Yeah.
and again, it's
Hey.
summertime, so a lot of
Yeah.
family events now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, graduation parties are crazier. I mean, my daughter we just had her graduation party and
Congratulations.
all that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. She's
It's the
she's
fun
amazing.
part.
Yeah, I love my kids. They're both brilliant little. They're not little anymore. Little young women. They're both brilliant, intelligent, smart young women that can be a pain in the ass, but I mean that's what kids are for, right?
That's right.
They
If
gotta
it
knock
was
us
easy,
around a little
everyone
bit.
would do it.
Right, exactly.
It's
But so I want to ask you if there's any parting words for anybody who's thinking about getting into the paranormal field. What would you tell them?
yeah. If I can give any advice in this field, and I preach this all the time, I always say keep it real. That's the most important thing. When you're in the heat of the action, it's very tempting to say, "Oh, I saw something," or this, and you can make stuff up. I always say, make sure you be honest with yourself and you be honest with other people, because when it really does happen, it is the best feeling in the world because you got to experience true paranormal, and it is second to none.
Absolutely.
And again, by holding to that, it just makes you a true and honest person, and you're going to find more friends in this field,
Oh yeah.
and they're going to believe you.
Yeah.
And it's such a great thing, and I love it. I love it, and I always say, don't some of your family members might look at you a little differently at the Thanksgiving table,
You know,
but that's okay, because I bet you 10 to 1 they would want to be you. They want to go
oh
to
yeah.
these situations, but
Yeah.
they just can't say it.
Yeah.
And I
There's
get it a
sometimes
lot.
there's sometimes not in my like my wife wants nothing to do with any of it.
Yeah, same here.
My kids ask me questions, but like the rest of my extended family, like the in-laws, they're like when I go to I mean, I'm like center of the conversation. Like, you believe in Bigfoot? What do you think about the Portage County Flap? What just like all this kind of stuff. But yeah, definitely I love that message. Keep it real and keep it real with the real ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just you
and have
find
fun. Make sure you have fun.
you find your people.
That's it. Find
Yeah.
your people. You have fun. You keep it real, and you will never be disappointed in this field. Never.
Absolutely. Good message. I love it. And before we also end, I would like to know if there anything we need to be watching out coming from you. I know you've got the equipment you're working on.
Yeah, we're
Um,
doing that actually this Saturday night, the 27th of June. We're going to do a small live feed from the Dunkirk Lighthouse.
oh
Um,
yeah.
so we're going to do a little short live feeds here and there. Um, and we're going to be posting all night. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to record in night vision because I have one of those cell phones that can record in full night visions.
Oh, awesome.
I'll do small clips and I'll send them out to Facebook, Instagram, just to show you what we're doing and
Awesome.
to keep people interactive. And that's what we're going to do. And then basically we're going to be cleaning up the store, getting ready to shut down the venue. That's a big
Yeah.
part of it. And then we're going to start the remodel on this side. And hopefully by September 30th, everything will be complete and brand new and looking good. And we'll run another 5 years doing this.
Awesome, man. That sounds amazing. I got to get my ass up there. I still have not been up there. It'd be worth the trip just to see you and see the store.
And then we can go and do something. We'll get a
Yeah.
location and
Yeah.
prepare some good food, go investigate. And
Yeah. Sounds
have some
amazing.
fun.
That's a weekend away. I love that. So, Joe, thank you so much for being back on, and always we always appreciate the support and the friendship that you throw our way. or I guess my way now. But you
I
know,
love you guys. You guys are
appreciate
great.
it.
I
We love you
enjoy
too.
your shows. It's just an amazing thing, and I love good content.
Good, good. We try really hard, and we try to keep it real and real fun. So
Yeah, it is.
appreciate that. Yeah. All right, everybody. That is Joe Pieri, and again, check him out at name of the store,
Is Paranormal Oddities, and that's
Paranormal.
in Depew, New York, just outside of Buffalo, New York. And you can follow us on our Facebook page, Paranormal Oddities, and our website, paranormaloddities.com. Instagram is the same thing. We try to keep it simple. If you want to follow me, I am Para Joe. Or I think I switched it to Joe Paranormal. It's Joe Paranormal now. I like to rotate it around a little bit.
Got to keep it interesting, right?
Keep it fresh, keep those hackers away because it confuses them.
Yep. Keep it real. All right, Joe. And crypto heads, thank you so much for tuning in and supporting us in your own way. We will see you next time. We love you, crypto heads. And remember, don't be an asshole. We'll love you. See you next time.